Great people, they always wanted to be ordinary people, but here they want to become extraordinary. They want to rule over others. They want to order others. They want to become the dictators. He was the great grandson of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the great Kshatriya, the great Hindu king. Whatever that we are enjoying at present, luxuries, these are temporary. I must destroy this Brahminical system. They want Buddha to come back. They want Baba Ambedkar to come back. They want Kanshiram to come back. They want Moses to come back. They want Jesus to come back. The Congress people agreed to give them one seat for RP and 520 with the Congress. See, we cannot even win one corporator. See, telling the name of Baba Ambedkar. Ambedkar is fine, but it cannot be worked out. They forget about Baba and they go with the Babu. I just held Baba Ambedkar to my chest, close to my chest, and I left Maharashtra with a heavy heart. My dear brothers and sisters, Jai Bhim to you all. I once again welcome you to this popular series, The Messages of Political Buddha, Manyawar Kanshiram. Friends, I request you to subscribe to this channel before you are watching. And this video, this channel is becoming very, very popular. Hence, I request you to share it to the maximum extent. Friends, in the last episode, we have seen how Manyawar Kanshiram Sahib left his job as a scientist and taken over to a new path. While discussing and thinking over this, one thing very much strikes my mind. What made Manyawar Kanshiram to take up this cause? He was actually not knowing anything much about Baba Sahib Ambedkar, and he has not read any history, political history, or his previous members or his family members. Nobody was knowing much about the social transformation movement. Yet, he has become the pioneer of this movement. How it became so possible? See, while studying Baba Sahib Ambedkar's life and also about the life stories of Mahatma Phule and Shah Maharaj, and earlier to them, Bhagwan Buddha and Prophet Muhammad, I see one common thing. All these people, they had their own plan in their life. They had their own career. They had their own dreams. Yet, over a period of time, somehow they gave up all their dreams, all their luxuries, and they have totally taken up a risky path, altogether risky path, and they never repented for their decisions. You take the example of Prophet Moses and also the story of Siddhartha Gautama. Both were princes and both were from royal families. But at a particular point of time, when they realized the truth of the life, they understood that these things, whatever that we are enjoying at present, luxuries, these are temporary. They are not permanent. Somehow one day or the other, it's all vanish and nothing will be there, remain. Everything will be totally zero. And they left away all their luxuries, their kingdom, their wives, their children, everything. And they just went out like mendicants, like just any other sannyasi or a saint, like any other bhikkhu. They left their places. They literally lived the life of beggars. And ultimately they became the light for the entire human kind. How it happened? And the second thing is, the second part you can see in the modern India. Similarly, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, he had good education under the British system. He could have become some government official. But one instant changed his whole lifestyle. He became the father of social movement of India. And Shah Maharaj, he was himself a Maharaja. He had all the luxuries. He had everything to enjoy. But one instant, somebody told him that you are not a Maharaja, you are not a Kshatriya, you are a Shudra. He was under the dream, he was under the impression that he was the great grandson of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the great Kshatriya, the great Hindu king. But that Brahmin priest, he told, you are not a Kshatriya, you are a bloody Shudra. That very instant, made him to think otherwise. And he never denied his identity. You take the example of anybody. Once they get to know their identity. Prophet Moses, he was thinking that he was a prince, but later on he understood that he was a slave. He was from a slave family. He accepted it. He never denied it. Siddhartha Gautama, though he was a prince, later on he came one with the common masses and he identified himself with the common masses. Mahatma Phule, he also understood that he is from a lowest community, a Mali community. And he never felt ashamed of it. Instead of that, he asserted it. He accepted his identity. And thereby, he became the light and the path of the entire India. He gave the education for the whole Bahujan Samaj of India. And similarly, Shahu Maharaj, though he was a Maharaja, he identified himself with the masses. He admitted that he was a Shudra Maharaj. And in case of Baba Ambedkar, right from the childhood days, though he was studying somewhere in middle school or little more than some school he was studying. As an young boy, he faced the insult, that too by a cart rider. He was refused to take him in his cart. There onwards, he started thinking about his own life and his people. And these humiliations went on almost till the age of 34, 35 years. Instead of taking it to the heart and feeling sad about it, he started thinking about the way out of it, the liberating path. Similarly, Manyawar Kanshiram Sahib, one incident in his department made him to think about the entire India, the Brahminical system. Though 5 people insulted him, initially he wanted to finish them all, but later on he understood that. After reading Baba Ambedkar narration, of course, he understood that just by killing 5 Brahmins, India will not be free from Brahminical system. I must destroy this Brahminical system. So he devoted his life for ending this Brahminical system and liberating India from the clutches of Brahminism. All these incidents that happened in their lives is called wake-up call. See, this wake-up call will be experienced by almost everyone. But what happens, majority will not wake up at all. When the wake-up call comes, just like alarm, they'll wake up, but they'll switch over the alarm and again they go to sleep. But very few people will wake up soon after they get the alarm sound. When they get up, when they wake up, then they will guide the entire human society. And that is how these people are become. They have become eternal and immortal. And these people have become the beacon lights for the suffering humanity. That is how the entire society remembers them even to this day. Though they left everything, they sacrificed everything, they did not want anything personally, even today the entire human society invites them, welcomes them. They want Buddha to come back. They want Baba Ambedkar to come back. They want Kanshiram to come back. They want Moses to come back. They want Jesus to come back. The society always needs them because they did not live for their own upliftment, their own self-aggrandizement. That is how they are equal to the great natural forces. They are born as human beings, but they died as godly forces. Opposed to this, many people have ambitions to achieve something in their life. They may want to become chief minister, they want to become prime minister, they want to become kings, queens, IPS officer, IAS officers, so on and so forth. What was the driving force? What was the motivation? Just they want to achieve something great and they want to remain powerful. They want to be very great. They want to be great over others. Whereas the great people, they always wanted to be ordinary people. But here, they want to become extraordinary. They want to rule over others. They want to order others. They want to become the dictators. All these dictators, though they may achieve what they want in their life, ultimately they end up in a big tragedy. Big tragedy. So Manyawar Kanshiram Sahib, after coming out of his job, he left his job. Then he started searching for the ways and means for liberation. How I can liberate these people. At that time, there was one party, Republican Party of India. Though there were many units, he chose to work with one single unit, Republican Party of India in Bombay. At that time, Dada Saheb Rupavate was the leader of that unit. And he seems to be very honest, sincere man. So he started working with them. And he became a full-timer. He was working in the RPA office. He was sleeping there. He was living there. He worked with them. And during the election in 1971, Dada Saheb Rupavate, he got defeated. He could not win. But Kanshiram Sahib said, though you are defeated, you are our leader. You will be the MP and you will be given all facilities. Don't worry about that. MP is only a post. But for us, you are the MP in reality. So he organized funds for his upkeepment, for his expenses. He provided a vehicle, a car and a driver, and also other convenience expenses, whatever it is, whatever the allowances MP gets. Same thing he started providing. But this person also, over a period of time, he went over to Congress. At that time, the election was approaching. It was nearing. At that time, this RP, this big unit of RP, they had a discussion with Congress to get an alliance. There was 521 MP seats. The Congress people agreed to give them 1 seat for RP and 520 with the Congress. The discussion was held in Gadge Maharaj Bhavan. Sah was standing outside. He was eagerly waiting to see the outcome. So after the discussion, the RPI people, the Congress people came together. Holding their hands, they said, Yuti Jali, Yuti Jali. The alliance has taken place. Gandhi and Ambedkar have become friends now. They have agreed to work together after the 15 years after their death. They have come together. And he was waiting for the outcome, next declaration. They said, so Baba Sahib is given 1 seat, Gandhi is taken 520 seats. Very happy. Sahib asked, what kind of alliance it is? They say it is alliance. At least 50-50 should have been there. But they have given Baba Sahib Ambedkar 1 seat and retained 520 seats for the Congress. What kind of alliance is this? It's a great insult to Baba Sahib Ambedkar. So I was shouting. But the Mahars who were standing with him, they said, it's a great thing. See, we cannot even win one corporator, see, telling the name of Baba Sahib Ambedkar. Ambedkar is fine, but it cannot be worked out. It's of no use. Ambedkarism changla hai, lekin u shakat nahi. Hearing these words, he was shocked. Then what kind of devotion these fellows have? Every year they are organizing big rallies on the day of Baba Sahib Ambedkar's Jayanti. They spend lakhs and crores of rupees. And they offer flower mala, everything to Baba Sahib Ambedkar. Literally, they treat Baba Sahib Ambedkar as a god. But during the elections, they go with the Bapu. They forget about Baba and they go with the Babu. What went wrong with these people? Why they are behaving like this? Knowing this, Baba Sahib Ambedkar's condition in Maharashtra, then Kanshiram Sahib decided, let me not stay here anymore. If I stay here, then I have to see the death of Baba Sahib Ambedkar. These fellows will simply close him. They will simply bury him in the mud. I will not allow Baba Sahib Ambedkar to be buried. Saying this, Sahib said, I just held Baba Sahib Ambedkar to my chest, close to my chest, and I left Maharashtra with a heavy heart. And I told them, I will not come again unless you call me. Till then, I will not come again. I will not step into Maharashtra. Saying this, he left Maharashtra and went over to Uttar Pradesh. Later on, what happened? Kanshiram Sahib never thought that who did a mistake, who went wrong. Instead of that, he thought, what went wrong? This is called the scientific thinking. If you find some person to blame, it will be a personal level. But persons have become the victims in the hands of the situations. So what is the situation that led them to come to this kind of decisions? Thinking on this, then he worked out the solution. That we can see in the next episode. Thank you. Jai Bhim, Jai Bharat, Jai Kanshiram.